Okay, now where we go. Good morning, peoples. Let's turn the TV off. Okay, let's what's moving. Oh, Locify. Let's have a look at Locify. Oh, CFY. Well, it popped up and then popped back down again. No leverage. Volume. Okay, a bit quiet there on the old tube. Are we live? Strange. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you're actually live. Oh, there you go. OAL Ernie, I thought, okay, hang on a minute, it was a bit quiet in the old YouTube. So, Nightball, how you doing? All right, okay, yeah. Locify spreads are just ridiculous though at the moment, like 40 cents on the spreads. Well, that's probably not something I'm going to be trading. Mind you, the range covers that. 40 cents on the spreads, the range is 95, so it's volatile. Excuse me. I agree with that, Alistair. Just about to look at AAOI. It needs a bit more volume, like you say, so completely agree with that. Turn my phone on silent. So we're already over goal on the small account this morning. So not a bad start. Now we'll just see what the rest of the day transpires. Morning OAL, good morning Nightmare Captain, how you getting on? You hit goal on Locify. That's great news. Lock it down. Walk away. Get green, stay green, get to goal, get out. You know, that's my kind of mantra there. So yeah, well done. Stick around by all means. Yeah, don't just walk away. Stick around for the stream and then walk away after I've finished. Hey Alberto, how you getting on? Robert, good morning to you. Well, Nightball, we're over $200. So the goal today was $1,200. So we're over $200 net. So happy days. Yeah, I was looking at it, but the spreads are wicked wide. So Locify, popped up. If you got stuck at the top, you had the opportunity to get out of, VWAP bounce and get out of this one. But right now, I would say I'll just draw a little ray line there for the next break of descending resistance that we want. So from the actual top here, through there, that's what I'll say. Let's have a look. I change that one to this one. Make a difference. Ever so slightly. Okay, so that's what we'll watch. But the spreads now, 30 cents. Spreads are getting narrow, but so is the range. A couple of blanks. Volume's just died out. So this might be a bit of a pump and dump. We don't know. Good morning, Neith. Good to see you back. And you as well, Calvis. Hey, Clatter. Yeah, I was looking at our NAS. It didn't sustain, no. So it's underneath the VWAP right now. So RNAZ, so Transcode Therapeutics. It popped up, went up to 345, and then popped back down again, and it's below the VWAP right now. I mean, this spike here, this doji spike, that's the algorithmic trades. That's not. It's just kind of barcoding sideways at 280, 290. So. Yeah, that's looking weak. This happened yesterday as well. All of the early movers just didn't sustain, and we're getting that quite a bit. So if you get that early move, be careful and get out. The first candle that breaks the new low, get out in its entirety. At the moment, the market is not sustaining, so we're getting nice, good early moves. And when it pops on the news, it's a case of, okay, take advantage of that initial momentum. Once it starts to retrace, very often it's just not holding those gains, and it's not going for a second edition. It's not going for that follow through. So, yeah. Yeah, well, if nothing appears, don't trade anything. So Shift Pixie's up there as well. I've got Shift Pixie on watch. So Shift Pixie's below the V. Well, it's kind of ranging and be between the VWAP at the moment. But for me, if it gets over $3, I might be interested again. But I'm drawing the floor at $3 for Shift Pixie. Anything less than that, I'm not interested. It's got a bit of a double top at the moment over at kind of 325, 330. So $3 is the minimum for me. Ideally, I want to see it retesting the highs. But again, we're getting a lot of this pop-up, sideways chop, sell off at the open. Yeah. Well, that's also a very valid point, Calvis. Is the lack of the lack of catalyst. I called that out on the Discord this morning. It's moving without a catalyst, and there is an active shelf registration, so you've also got to be wary of that. Which is why I'm like, okay, I want to see upwards momentum. This consolidation, it kind of fills me with a bit of dread when there's an active shelf, because you're not able to take any profit, and if it hits the market with the offering, quite frankly, there's no getting out of it pre-market without a hefty loss. You're probably right, Vols. No catalyst, no company-specific news catalyst. A big move up, and there's an active shelf registration. It smacks of man. You're saying this time last week it was up at these levels. So it's only yesterday that Shift Pixie kind of sold off hard yesterday, but it's back up at the levels it was at last week. So two corporate addresses, and one of them is an empty building, right? Okay. Vols, you're going through a bit of a bad patch. So, yeah, I mean, let's see that how you get on. I hope you're not red big and you can recover today, Vols. Otherwise, just lock it down for a bad day at the office. Yeah, you can recover that, buddy. You can recover that. Just be a bit more mindful of yeah, I can see that it's curling back up towards the VWAP. If it gets back up, I might be interested in route if it's back over $15. I traded it on the small account already. Not yeah, no. I was yesterday. The breakouts aren't. There's no follow through on the breakouts. That's the problem. Hey Luke, how you getting on? It is indeed, Alistair. It is indeed. At 245 on the small account. Yeah, I think it is indeed, Alistair. So gold today was $120 on the small account. That's what we were looking for. Good morning by the dip. we're looking for, and I suppose this is one of the things that's been a bit looking for 20%, sorry, 10% growth daily on the small account, which is very aggressive. If you can grow your account by 10%, I'm telling you what, that's some really good going. But I'm trying to be aggressive. Now, I went a bit too aggressive on Friday and lost half the account. So we were up at like just over $2,000 and we lost half of it. So we're now trying to play recovery, now in kind of recovery mode. We'll see what happens. We've got a drawdown to recover. So if I can get to, $245, $250 a day, which is effectively almost, well, it is, it's 20%. If you can recover that drawdown in a week, but it's not as easy as just saying that. Yeah, it needs to get over the VWAP. Over the VWAP could be interesting. 250, 500. So it was lots of 250. So I was max size 500 shares, Neath. Quite frankly, that's the most I could take. So I'm getting six times leverage. So I wasn't really able to take much more than that. No, I use the dash. I didn't use the dash trader. I'm using I use TraderView for technical analysis, TradingView. But I'm using Dash Trader I'm using the charts on Dash Trader. There's no problem with that. Yeah, it's very intuitive, Volt. For me, there's much of a muchness between Sterling and DAS. It's about personal preference, but and the same with Lightspeed as well. I think Lightspeed might have the edge, but DAS for me, I'm used to it. I've got all my configurations. Paper trading, I mean, no. If you're paper trading, just take it easy. Get used to the setup in terms of hotkeys and hot buttons. If you want my setup, depends in which country you're in, McAlvis. I know some mortgages were offering, but back in the height of the property pump, there's some mortgages were offering their like 10 times solo income, five times joint income, 10 times solo income. It was like ridiculous amounts. Correct. That's exactly right, Calvus. 16.5, 16.25%, I think, is the leverage requirement on. Actually, it's easy to tell you. 16.67 is the margin rate. Oh, you'll I'll tell you what, if you're switching from think or swim to gas, you'll be kicking yourself why you didn't do it earlier. I'm telling you. Well, 20% down. That's a 4 to 1, isn't it? As opposed to a 6 to 1. No, 5 to 1. Yeah, it's 5 to 1. 5x. If you're opening an account with CMEG, well, I'm sorry to say, it doesn't matter. If you're stuck in a hold, that doesn't matter what platform you use. When it's halted, it's halted. There's no trading. So whilst we've got a bit of a lull in the market, let's have a look at where we're at on the year on the statistics, shall we? Okay, let's pull this back. And here we go. So this is the calendar for June. Good day, good week so far this week. I want to show the small account as well. I'll go into more detail on the small account in just a second. But if we look at the details for June, we were actually negative. We were actually losing money in June at one stage, and quite frankly, we can't have that. So yeah, June is shaping up to be half decent now, and. What's going on there? Curling back up. So June is shaping up to be half decent, and yeah, I mean we should be in a good position. So 47,000 gross profit on June at the moment, which is great. Can't grumble at that. And then we've got average of 4,000. Now we're looking for 6,000 as an average, but we're a little bit behind there on June. We've still got time. Pay ratio, that's the risk versus reward. That's absolutely shocking at the moment on the K ratio. But let's have a look at the small account. And overall, I'll go back to the start of the small account. So we're just now, as of yesterday, as of this week, we're just now profitable on the small account. But we've still got a huge amount of drawdown to recover from. Where are we? There's the drawdown. So we've still got 748 to recover from. So today we're what, 200 and whatever. So we've got that to recover from. So we'll get 500 more after today to recover the on the small account. If I go back to when we started, no, that's not right. So I want to be going back to the 5th, don't I? So go back to the 5th for the small account with 1,700 bucks. So just put this into context. We started with $500 in profit on the small account. We've made $1,700 in profit gross. So yeah, not ideal when you consider the balance. So 1,700 plus the 500 we started off with is like 2,200. So we've now got, we're starting today at 1,200. So it's cost us a little over $1,000 in fees and charges since the beginning of May. So 1,700. So we're effectively 700 in net profits at the moment, which is not bad. I mean, it's what, 6 weeks ish, give or take. So that's not too bad. But you know, it is what it is. So let's get rid of that and then go back to the charts. So oh, this is my Benzinga. If you're wondering what Benzinga is, I keep talking about Benzinga. This is Benzinga. This is my Benzinga. I've got it set up. This is my these are the two charts that you see. So this is the gap scanner. This is based on the biggest movers on the day versus yesterday's closing price. This is the momentum scanner. I've got my real-time scanner here. I've got the signals and alerts here. I've got the rolling news ticker here as well. This is how I've got it set up on a daily. This is my Benzinga. So if you want to know, if you want Benzinga, go check it out. There's a link in the description. There's a link there up in the corner right there. So go check that out, and we'll be you can get a discount of 35%. Try it out for free first though. But you can get a discount of up to 35%. So let's go back to the charts. Let's fix this. Right, so over gold today on the small account. We're kind of a third of the way there on the main account. We've only traded the one stock on the two accounts, which is Root. I want to see this back at retesting the high of days. It's starting to get a bit choppy now. So if it goes back up and retest, oh, that's moved up quite a bit. So there's a small price stock here, IVDA, popping up. That popped up quite a bit from like $1.15 up to almost $1.90. It's retraced all of that, so it looks like a bit of a pump and dump. So this is Aveda Solutions. I don't trade at this level. I don't trade below $2, but I know a lot of you do still do. So I'm calling it out as it hits the momentum scanner. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Who's messaging me? Yeah. Okay, we'll go back to Locify. This testing the VWAP as well. Yeah, it's pretty much 20%. It's as good as 20% so far on the small account. Really should lock 20% up on the small account. I really should lock it. But I just have done. It's lock the montage on the small account. If I'm going to do any trading, I'll do it on the main account now. What are you guys watching? I suppose that's the good question. We've got, I mean, the jobless claims dropped as well. I mean, we saw that. The markets as a whole are down again today, ever so slightly. But we saw that the jobless claims came out, a little bit of a move up, but not sustained. So this is the SPY. This is the Spider S&P 500. So it's a State Street ETF that follows the S&P 500, and so this is if you're wondering what the market's doing, just type in SPY, the ticker SPY on your charts, and this will tell you what the overall market's doing. It's a good indicator of the overall market. Now, it is the S&P 500. You can look at the Dow Jones Industrial, so a good ETF to check there will be DIA. Or you can look at the triple Q, so QQQ, which will be the NASDAQ 100. An ETF that follows the NASDAQ 100, and or you can look at small caps, which would be the Russell 2000, which would be the IWM ETF. So if you follow those, it gives you a good indication of the market as overall. So I've got those on my watch list anyway, every single day, so I can actually see what's happening with the market. Now, this had a little bit of a bump at 8:30 when the jobless claims came out, but it's come back down. It's bounced on the VWAP, and it's just sideways, choppy sideways. We're probably going to get a lot more of that today. All week this week, so this is day three of third trading day of the week. It's a short week this week because, of course, Emancipation Day on Monday. The market's been selling off this week. It started selling off on Friday, had a bit of a bad day, gap down on Tuesday, and again yesterday. Well, actually, it was okay yesterday, but you gap down on Tuesday, sold off at the open, then rallied. Yesterday, it sold off into the open and then rallied towards the end of the day, but then finished hard sell off into the close. So, yeah, I mean, if you look at the SPY on the daily, the markets as a whole, we've not broke structure yet. So I wouldn't say it was with this bull run that we've been in. I would say we've not broke structure yet. We're still in this level. We're just having a bit of a retracement. We've come back down to kind of 430s. So we're still looking really strong at the moment. This is the overall market. So you can look back to last year. This time last year, well, May last year, so over 12 months, we're still at annual highs for over 12 months. So the market is still looking strong. We've not brought the structure on the way back up, so I'm confident that we will retest those highs, which is why I've not cashed in my T-triple-Qs, and I've not cashed in my my ETF, my index-linked ETFs either. So yeah, the overall market is looking a little bit weak at the moment, a bit choppy at the moment, but it should be okay in the long run. What are you guys looking at? Shit Pixie, as Patu likes to say. Aslan didn't hold up. Let's redo my my watch list before we get the. We've got a little over 20 minutes for the open. So let's have a look. So I've got Root on the watch list, ROOT. That's fine. I'll keep Shift Pixie on the watch list. Let's have a look at Locify. Where are you? Locify. Yeah, it popped up. Yeah, I'll put that on the watch list as well. And we had our NAS, but I'm not going to look at that because that's down. So our NAS was there as well. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's retraced way too far and below the VWAP. Let's have a look at Talaris. Talaris gapped up hard. First thing. What's the reason for this one? So Talaris Therapeutics has got a good catalyst. It's currently underneath the VWAP. I'm just looking for something that might gap and go, is essentially what I'm looking for. So Talaris Therapeutics and Tourmaline Bio have agreed to combine in an all-stock transaction. The combined company will focus on advancing Tourmaline's lead program for thyroid eye disease and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. You try saying that after a couple of beers. Well, the more we get, you've just said that for 4 times, so I don't know what's going on there, Alistair. There's not a lot of chatter in the. Is it me? Are you? I'm streaming. We're okay. Got 62 people watching on YouTube, guys. So let's make sure you've smashed that thumbs up button. Just there's not a lot moving right now, so just smash that thumbs up button. Let's have a look. I thought we might be getting a move there, but no, it's pulling back again. So let's go back to the... So what are you guys watching? It's a bit of a quiet day at the moment. We had the initial pop-up from Root, which I was able to take advantage of on both accounts. Not a lot else moving. We've had some good moves actually. We have had some good moves, but there's no follow through. We're now in that kind of lull, quiet before the storm. I'd like to think coming into the open, but we'll see. I'm not. What else is worth looking at? What was the big movers yesterday? Let's have a quick look at what the big movers from yesterday's regular session. No, that's already been cleared. AAOI. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, well, this is close. I think this is probably the one of the. It's above the view. I'll swap that out for NAS. AAOY. So there we go. I've got four on the watch list there for now. Is that Agile Therapeutics? Yeah, so this is, Aglia Biotherapeutics. So this is penny stock, which has been called out to me on the Discord. Moving up. I don't, like I say, I don't trade below $2, but I know a lot of you do. So this has got quite a lot of momentum. I'll just have a look at what the catalyst is here as well. And AGLE. Aglia Biotherapeutics, and the catalyst is they've announced the acquisition of Spire Therapeutics for right. Aglia Biotherapeutics announced acquisition of Spire Therapeutics and concurrent oversubscribed 210 million private investment positions the company. Announced. So it's a micro cap. It's like I say, it's gone from today already. It's gone from like 10 cents, 11 cents up to 90 cents. So it's up 700% on the day. It's a micro cap, but it's a bigger float. So it's 64 million in the float. So it's already pretty much traded the entire float. It's rotated the entire float. So it's like just under 64 million right now. So 64 million in the float. We're approaching 64 million in volume on the day. So that's Aglia Biotherapeutics. If you're looking for a low price stock that's got momentum, there you go. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you trade it and lose money, don't sue me. Is this the music all the time? Yeah, I've got a playlist that I use progressive. And Tom, stupid question, but how to make the watch list on DAS? So you basically open up a watch list and start populating it. It's not a stupid question, but it sounds like a stupid answer. So if you know how to open the windows, if you go up to it's not set up. So go up to where it says quotes. You go where it says market viewer, and you click the next one that you want there, so viewer 7, and it'll open up a new window like that, and then you can start creating a watch list however you want to do it. So you can't, you didn't even see that because you're on the TikTok, not the. So if you're on DAS Trader, you go up to the top menu, click on quote, click on market viewer, and it will, or you can do a top list even if you want. So top list, and then you just populate it accordingly. So if you click on top list, and it'll bring out this, and you can do whatever you want with that. So there's a lot of different. DAS is very configurable. It's quite intuitive. I wouldn't get too excited about what it doesn't do. It's a great trading platform. The charting could be better, but you can always open Trading View. If you want more deeper analysis and longer time frames to study, open up Trading View and have a look at Trading View. But as a trading platform, it's one of the best out there. All right, let's get out of Agile. It's just going to make me want to trade the low stocks, and quite frankly, I'm not into that. Beautiful day. I've got a lovely breeze. I've got the patio open at the back. I've got the patio open at the front, and I've got a lovely breeze blowing quite right through. It was so warm yesterday. It's warm again today. Yesterday it was raining and really warm, so you had that humid kind of claustrophobic feel about the day. So it's nice to have a bit of a breeze today, even though it is still a bit humid. And here's me talking about the weather when, quite frankly, there's better things to be talking about, just not on the market. What are you guys watching? Let me just filter out some of this noise here in terms of volume. Let's get rid of some of this noise. Let's put a filter in there on the change as well. So it needs to be better than 2% in the last 15 minutes. That's momentum. If it's not moving more than 2%, I don't want to know. Let's get some of this noise out of the way. There we go. I've got rid of some of the noise. So if it's not moving up by 2%, I quite frankly don't want to know. And do you know what? We've got 10 minutes left. I'm getting a bit bored, so I'm going to make a cup of tea. Anybody want a cup of tea? I'm having one. Coffee, tea, coffee, hot chocolate, cappuccino. Whoa. Fluff ball. Just stood in it, nearly broke my neck. There we go. Philistine, sugar in your tea. Fair enough. Well, wait, they've gone quiet. Is it me, or has the chat gone quiet on the old YouTube there? I have to have a look here. What's going on? Yeah, so there's some. Yeah, I've lost all the. I'm gonna have to refresh it. I think refresh my dashboard here. So you should be fine, guys. It's just I'm not getting any chat coming through from YouTube, so should be fine. I'll catch up with the chat now. I'm just I was looking on the restream thing. I'll look at this now. So let me go through the chat. If I've not been answering your questions or your comments, that's why it just wasn't filtering through. So I'll go through it now. Okay, so the Volt. You can use your panic key, but if you use your panic button for an exit, then it won't work on dash trade. It won't work pre-market. You've got to use limit orders. If you're over PDT, so interactive brokers, depending on where you are, is not a bad broker. If you're struggling with PDT, then try an offshore broker like CMEG or something. Hey, no, it's okay to take time off. If you're going to be trading Locify or Root today, just be careful because they are very volatile stocks, and trade small because you'll get good moves on them, but you're going to have wide risk because the range and the so the range currently on Locify is like $1.12. The range on Root is only 25 cents, but that will increase after the bell. So just be careful with that. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna. If you're on Twitch, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be picking up your chat. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, Restream has been playing up. So I'll be able to pick up your chat on YouTube. But if you're on Twitch, I might not be able to pick up your chat. So if Restream doesn't keep things, so I'll keep addressing the chat on YouTube. But we'll do that. Just go and get my cup of tea. Right, guys, let's have a look. Hey, Luke, good to see you, buddy. Why does someone remove the heart emoji in the chat? Are you watching on a mobile phone there, Calvis? Because I don't see a heart emoji on the chat, so sorry, I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days to be patient today, I think. And I've actually just tweaked my momentum scanner, so if it's not doing 2%, it's not coming up. It's not going to hit the scanner. Yeah, Lightspeed are probably, in terms of fees and charges, Lightspeed are a lot more expensive than CMEG or Interactive. But as a platform, it's actually quite good. I mean, I had a play around with Lightspeed there about this time last year, and it's a great platform. And some of the charting on it that you can get is better than DAS, but it's proprietary as well. So, and it is a direct access platform as well, which is great. But it's and I think the time frames, you can get like 10-second or 30-second time frames, which is just way too busy for me. What am I watching? So at the moment, I've got. Let's go through them. What are we watching this morning? So we're watching Applied Optoelectronics, which is this one. Not a lot of volume at the moment. We're watching Locify. This didn't really do anything. Watching Locify. We're watching Root. We've made goal on the small account with Root. We're kind of 2/3 over goal on the main account. No, a third of goal on the main account with Root. We're watching, what else? Pixie, Shift Pixie. I'm not convinced with Shift Pixie. I think there's no company-specific news catalyst that's driving it to move up, so I don't know. Maybe a bit of a pump and up. There is an active shelf registration, so if you're trading Shift Pixie, be careful. It's 90% up on the day at the moment. It was over 100% up on the day. Just be careful, because they could hit the market with an offering and tank that price. PC 2000 is quite good. I like PC 2000. Better than better than MetaTrader at least. It's going to be MT5 or whatever. There we go. Welcome to the casino. Switch scanners over. Actually, so Locify halted to the down, about to be halted to the, it is halted to the downside. So that's the first halt of the day. Looks like Root might follow suit. But it's vomiting as well. Let's see. Not a lot moving right now. Just be patient, guys. Don't just look. If you Hey Mando, good to see you again, buddy. That was the starting balance of the 1208 is the starting balance for today. So you can see, actually I'll move back to the small account, so you can see 245 is what we've done on the small account. That's the small account balance starting position today, Joe. So we've grown it from 500 bucks and we've made $245 today. Less fees and charges, but yeah. That's the start. We started with beginning of last month. We started with 500 bucks. We already did get over 2,000, and then gave some of that back on Friday. Half of that back on Friday. We got greedy, and seeing something. U-Power. What's the spreads on this? 12 cents. Moving up nicely. This has been had a big run yesterday. So now I'm looking for an entry. Let's pull back. Maybe the break of the $0.75 now. Shift Pixie moving up. We've got about to test the VWAP at 270s. Looking to test the VWAP around 280. Meds halted, MEDS. Morning, Invest Addict. Is there head and shoulders on Shift Pixie? Well, we've just entered the I wouldn't. There's argument for that on pre-market, but we've just entered the open session. So we're 3 minutes into the open session. There's not a lot of volatility at the moment. I was expecting a few volatility halts. But U-Power still down on the day, but I thought we'll get a bit of momentum and it can move up. Let's go back to Shift Pixie. I'm not convinced with this one because of the shelf registration, but it's over the VWAP now, so if it gets over $3, we might take a look. Yeah, I'm looking at that flip jug. So I'm getting Twitch comments in through Restream, but I'm not getting YouTube comments through Restream for some strange reason. So I'm on the YouTube studio. I'm getting all the TikTok comments, of course. That's not a problem. Root trying to move back up to what is below the VWAP right now, but let's go back to U-Power. It's my little entry there. Oh, I didn't. 775. Still there. We've got the devil horns, so it needs to fill. It needs to fill that wick. Devil horns. I don't like the devil horns. Over 775. Rejected 3 times up there now. Now we're getting that devil horns on multiple time frames. So if it doesn't break the $0.75, probably won't be rumble. Oh, I like watching instead of Restream. I like watching through the I like watching this through the YouTube studio. I can see who the members are. So Shift Pixie's over $3 now. And I'm motoring. Break that pre-market high up at what, 326-ish, 325, 326. Let's see. Look for an entry. Yeah, traded Rumble on the on its IPO last year. That was nice. Not as nice as Grinder, but the least said about that, the better, I think. For risk of offending the woke classes. So Locify resumed. Not very volatile. Volume's not huge on it either. Root's got good volume, but in comparative volume. Yeah, if you've not hit that thumbs up button on YouTube, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. It really helps me out. There's a third of you, 2/3 of you are lacking at the moment, so only a third of you are actually appreciating what I'm doing for you guys. Don't mind this pullback. Everybody give it a like. Yeah, you know you want to do it now. I'm looking at this. If you look at this on the 60 minutes, it's flat topping here. Look at this on 30 minutes, flat topping here at the $0.25. So that's why I'm waiting for this. Flat topping at the $0.25. And that's another reason why you want to be looking at, you want to have multiple time frames open on. You can't trade on a phone because you want to have multiple time frames open at the same time. So to get the full picture of the action, you can't trade on a phone with just one chart open. So you've got multiple time frames, so you can have that comparative. You can get more information, and it just helps you make decisions. So at the moment, Shift Pixie is the big mover. No volatility. There's 2 volatility halts. VCIG. So Locify. Actually, VCIG, that was a big move the other day. Let's have a look at what's going on with that. That's halted to the upside. I missed that one. Locify halted to the upside, but VCIG, nice. This halted at a minute ago, so this should resume at 43. So I'll pop that onto the watch list somewhere. VCIG, I'll pop it on the watch list screen. I can actually see UPower just vomited. So resumption on Locify. Well, I've got a resumption at 580 on VCIG. So let's have a look at Locify. I've got a resumption at 695 on Locify. 693. Level 1 says 1790, but I've got a resumption at 693. So I don't know what yours looks like, Calvus, because there's never. Mine was a bit dodgy at one stage, and yours was more accurate. But it seems to have been, you know. So 325 for Shift Pixie is a key level. It's been flat topping up there all day. So this one will resume at quarter to ish, 944. Well, Locify, if it gets over a VWAP to start off with, but I think what's the swing high here? So 1750. That's 1740. I'd say 1750 because there's argument for a head and shoulders there. Bit skew width, but shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2. So it needs to break above that to break that structure. Let's go back to VCIG. So this is VCI Global. This should resume in a little over a minute. Pixie pulling back. Shift Pixie, Locify, those are the big movers at the moment. Finger motion. Shift Pixie really pulling back, actually. Pulling back hard. Yeah. All right, the question is VCIG or Locify. Which one should I watch? There's not much in them. Like 10 seconds between resumptions, I guess. So we're looking at a resumption here in about 40 seconds. And if it's a 5-minute halt, and this one 10 seconds later. So timing is going to dictate. So I'm going to look at VCIG. This looks like a $6 resumption, so it looks like it's going to gap up to $6. Yeah, but the spreads are not as big on VCIG as well, so we'll see. An entry. web. It's going without me. No, no, I got filled. Bounce on the whole dollar. Got filled easily that time. Let's retest the highs, you know you want to. $26, there we go. I got stopped out. $1,500. That was, it's volatile. Let me just locify. Looks like that's going to be a 10-minute hold. So we can play around with VCIG. Up for another round. 650. Above 650, we might get somewhere. Let's pull back to the VWAP. I might go for that. The VWAP bounce. There we go, I'm going to buy that. The VWAP bounce. Buy that dip. Hopefully it will pay off. We'll stop there just below the whole dollar. $0.30 on the range. Going all the way back. We're probably going to get stopped out there on this one. Reds are like 10 cents. Alright, let's give it a 20-cent trailing stop on this. Very volatile. Nice. Oh, test the highs before you stop me out. Alright, too late. Well, look, we're 1,100 away from goal. But then we've got a bit of a devil horn scenario. Let me just nip across to Locify because that should be resuming any time now. No, we're looking at this should resume in about 40 seconds, 45 seconds. So this should resume in about 45 seconds. It's looking like gapping down all the way to 13. So that looks like a $1.40 gap down, $13 resumption. So yeah, probably not something I'm looking to trade. So let's go back to PCIG. I don't like this double top, so I'll wait for this double top to either break or complete. Meds. Top. Big momentum stock now on meds. Oh my goodness. Halted to the downside. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's go back to the devil horns. That is VCIG. Needs to get over a $0.75 now. The high of day is 668. So for me, 675 or bust. I mean that dip buy at for the VWAP bounce worked out fairly well for me. We got an extra $1,000 on that, like 20 cents before I got stopped out. But this over 675 could be interesting. Right now the spreads are like between 5 and 10 cents. The average true range is 35 cents. So you're looking at close to 50-cent risk on this. Or 40 to 50-cent risk. Yeah, don't like this double top right now. It needs to fill that wick and break it and break the structure. So pattern trade. So I saw somebody kind of criticizing pattern trading, and I'm like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, there's nothing wrong with pattern trading. It's the only thing that you've got to do with pattern trading is manage your risk effectively. So not every pattern breaks out. When it breaks out like that, not every pattern breaks out and goes the way you want it to. But if you, a lot of patterns like the head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, have got an 80% chance, 80% success rate. So that's putting the odds in your favor. But if you don't manage your risk accordingly, when it doesn't, that 20% it doesn't go in your favor, then you're going to end up losing. Looking for 1100, so I'll try and get in smaller rather than swinging for the fence for that 1100. If I can get 2 or 3 trades, like 300-400, it should get me there. LTRPB resumed from its halt. Fill 1,000 shares. $0.10 on the spreads. For 10-cent move. So we're looking for 680, 685 on the bid. trying to scalp a few, like 10 cents here, 10 cents there. This time that one. At 20 cents now. The dog. Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I always, every time I hear this tune, it's that same thing pops into my head. Flat topping there at 6.90, just under the $7 mark. But if we can get over $7, that breakout. But sending support. Not getting filled. I'm just going to leave that there. Get out for a profit. So we're $800 away. We made 200 bucks on that. We made 10 cents. Flat topping here at 6.90. There we go. Finally breakout. Just as I exit. That's about right. We're right under the $7, so we'll probably get another entry here. And move up and retest of 7. Break of 7. A little bit quick on the need to keep my powder dry. A little bit quick on the trigger there. The break of 7, but there we go. Broke 7, needs to hold. Up for a $0.25. It's a $0.25. Take some off. $7.51 is the halt level, so I'm just going to put a 30-cent trailing stop in place. That should give him 100 bucks. That's, well, my $20 I need for goal. So there you go. We're as good as over goal, even if this gaps this halts. So 764 is the halt level, but I'll put 30-cent trailing stop in place, and this should either stop me out for over goal and then I'm done, or I'll make a nice tidy little profit out of it. 1,000 shares. You don't have to go in heavy and swing for the fences every time. If this, there we go. So 6,000, goal achieved. Special level unlocked. So that's 6k on the main account and twice goal on the small account. So job done, guys. Half an hour in. How are we getting on? How are you guys getting on? Sorry. Yeah, flip jug. VCIG, much better than Chip Pixie. I'm getting a bit of a pullback on VCIG though, so I apologise for not addressing your chat, Flip Jug, as much as or anyone else on Twitch. I'm having issues with Restream on the YouTube chat, so I'm having to do it directly in the YouTube studio, which actually I don't mind. Exactly, get him. Exactly. You can't afford to blink, or the market comes and you know, swallows you up. So I've locked my montage on the small account. Main account, pulling back from that move. So pretty much got the top of that move. Pull back towards the VWAP. Don't mind that. Maybe retest 7 afterwards. Pull back towards kind of 675. 690 was the flat top previously, so then we had the 670 as resistance previously as well. So every 20 cents there, so you might find support at the whole dollar. Really, you want this back over 750. If this gets back over 750, it might go again. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. The S&P 500 is trying to go green on the day. The NASDAQ is extremely green on the day. Nice. There's a new emoji icon on YouTube. I don't know about that. You should have some if you're a member of the channel, you should have some special emojis available to you, and the longer you remember, the more perks that you get. So do I see hearts on the screen? Not really. Oh, so the guys, I can't do it because I'm in the studio as opposed to watching it live, but others can. So I guess we did pick the right one to trade, because if we look at the one that we was considering, had the volatility halt, but he kind of gapped up and flopped. It was below the VWAP anyway, so that should have been the first indicator there. I did say there's an argument for it, head and shoulders there. It was a VWAP fade, I guess, if you hit the VWAP, rejected the VWAP. So that was Locify. Compare that with VCIG, that was always above the VWAP, and that's why the VWAP is a very powerful indicator. It's a great intraday trend indicator. So if the action is above the VWAP, what you tend to find is it's upwards trending. If the action is below the VWAP, like it was on Locify, it's downwards trending and more likely to sell off. So you have a better chance of stocks rallying and moving up if the price action is above the VWAP. Just saying. So that's why the VWAP is a popular and very powerful intraday indicator for day traders. Well, I don't know what you're trading, Tom, but if just reboot it. Just close it down, reboot it. You'll be fine. It literally takes seconds to reboot it. So close it down, reboot it, and you'll be fine. Have you IT support's first question? Did you try switching it off and on again? My VCIG, I don't know why that's showing as red there, because it's green on the day. Like 50% up on the day already. Went from $5 to $7.50. And high of day 764. Watch for the double top M pattern. Yeah, every time it so that's a decent trading strategy, the VWAP fade. If you're shorting, it's a decent shorting strategy. You get the move up, and every time, if you spot that it moves up and then bounces or gets rejected at the VWAP, that's your time to sell, and then you buy as it starts to curl back up towards the VWAP. So it's what's known as the VWAP fade. It only works if the VWAP is inclined downwards. And if the VWAP is inclined, if you get a VWAP that's pretty much horizontal, it's not a very popular thing to do, or certainly not if the VWAP is inclined upwards. If the VWAP's inclined downwards, the VWAP fade's a good strategy to use. It can be a profitable strategy to use, but again, manage your risk accordingly. All right, what else is moving? The volume's not as good as, I mean, BCIG, the volume is like, we're talking like 200,000 shares a minute, whereas Locify, we're talking 20,000 shares a minute as well. So that's always a big thing. Follow the crowds. If you want stocks that have a higher chance of breaking out, follow the crowds. If its relative volume is much higher than normal, then yeah, like I said, follow the crowds. VCIG normally does 3.3 million shares every single day. Over the last 3 months, 3.3 million shares. It's done nearly 8 million shares today. Oh, it has done 8 million shares, sorry. It's done over 8 million. So it's almost a 3x relative volume. So follow the crowds. You've got a much more chance of a stock breaking out if there's more people trading it. This is actually not a higher time frame. There's a reasonable flag type setup now. BCIG. Meds moving. Let's have a look at meds. Halted again to the upside, double topping. So this should resume in about 10 seconds. This is meds. Should resume in the next 10 seconds, next few seconds. So it's looking at resuming at 9:50. I've got a 9:57 resumption. That's assuming it does resume. So no, 10-minute halt. Now it's coming back down. 9:20. Still gapping up though. Volume not great on this. So this is Trexade Health. Let's have a quick look. Is there a catalyst for why this is moving up? That's a better chart. Get rid of the pre-market noise. Looks like a reverse stock split, maybe. Yeah, it is. It is. I was right. They announced a 15-to-1 reverse stock split effective today. So they were like 40 cent ish, 35 cents close of business yesterday. We've done a 15-to-1 stock split. It moved up, and that's why. Yeah, the reverse stock split. It's only just over 5 million in the float. Let me just have a quick look. Is there any shelf registration on this whilst it's halted? Form S. It's an S1 last week. Blank. Where's the prospectus? Here we go, let's see. No, that's not it. That's the Petroleum Corp. So, anybody? Let's have a quick look at Edgar. Edgar is my friend. Meds. View filings. 8K, 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 S1 from April. Yeah, just S1. There's no shelf. I can't see any shelf. S3 from last year. So the shelf from last year in July last year on meds. Like I said, helps. Edgar's great. Right. This should resume in about 50 seconds. So we'll stick to this, given that there's not a lot else moving. We'll stick to meds and see what happens. High of day currently is 902. That's the key. It's looking at 992 as a resumption. So yeah, we could have a huge whole dollar gap up here. 986. Currently 870. So we're going to get a big gap up. It's a bit loud, that music. I don't like that one. Let's get a bit of a different tune in there. Nice one. You're getting some consistency there, Tom. You're getting some consistency. You'll be there. You go. Now we'll look for any kind of indication of momentum to the upside. It's short sell restriction, so hard to borrow. 1091 is the halt level. Spreads 40 cents. So just bearing that in mind, the spread, the average ATR doesn't cover the spreads. So just bear that in mind. 40 cents on the spreads. ATR 75 cents, 76 cents. So just bear that in mind. It is risky. It is very risky. It's a reverse stock split canvas. They were trading at 35 cents at close of business yesterday, so they've done a reverse split and it's moving up now. Up level 1141. These spreads are horrible. 20 cents on the spreads now, 80 cents on the range. So now the range is covering the spreads. That was a nice fill. $11.55 to the upside is the halt level. over $11, I think this might go. $10.89 on the ask, and 90, 91. Let's come on. Let's stop messing about. There's 11 on the ask. Get out of that. Hey Virgo, get green, stay green. I'm not messing with a downwards halt. There you go. Oh, we'll see. This looks like 9.13, so gap down, slight gap down. We've got to make that back up. Lost 3k, we need to make 3k. That happens. That's trading, guys. Not every trade is going to be a profitable trade. You're going to have losing trades. You just got to be able to recognize when something's going to be not turning around. Yeah, trading halts can be difficult. I mean, I got in there for the break of new highs. Break of $11. I actually wasn't a bad fill. Should have probably taken profits, but the spreads were wide. The range was. I was looking for the move up and test 1150. Yeah, agreed. Let's have a look at root. Seems to be moving back up. $14 needs to really try and get over $14. So $13.50 is currently the resistance level with root. The volumes kind of died out, so yeah, not really something you want to be looking at with that kind of lack of volume. Microsoft, some of the big coffee table names, Microsoft having a good day, a really good day. Yeah, it is indeed. U-Power sold off hard, but seems to be trying to make a bit of a comeback back over the VWAP. So well, there you go, Ryan. And then if you can get that, consistency is key. You know, $50 a day, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually is, because you think if you can get $50 a day, it's not a huge amount, but it's $250 on every week, which that's an extra $1,000 a month. You see, it adds up, and then as you grow your account, you get a month of consistency doing. You get $1,000. You then increase that, you get $1,500. Your account's growing. And then the next month, but you do that for 3 months, you grow your account for 3 months, and you're then able to take bigger size, a little bit bigger risk, but a little bigger size. But what's important is you've got the compounding effect on your account, and more important than that is that you're getting the consistency, you're building up the skill set. Yeah, that didn't work out. Got quite a bit of volatility today. There's quite a lot moving. Let's move. So MGO Global, steady move up. Nice, kind of consistently tapping the 20 before a move up. I would say no. So look at this on the 2 minute, for example. Look at this on the 2 minute. You've got a very clear head and shoulders here. So your neckline right here. So it's just broke the neckline. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you could get in. There's one shoulder. There's the head. There's another shoulder. Now, if it holds the VWAP, basically next candle makes a new high. Looking for that VWAP bounce. Next candle makes a new high. Decent move up to retest the highs. So, but you want it with good volume. At the moment, the volume's crashed. These two candles kind of defied the rest. The volume is 20,000 shares a minute. Ideally, you want good volume. The pattern's there. There's a nice head and shoulders, but if you want that pattern to break out, you want to do it with good volume. What's more likely to move, by the looks of it, is root. Over 14, this might be interesting. Does anybody know what the deadline of this acquisition rumor is, or what the potential bid is? Potential acquisition bid. See the volume coming in now. What's the spreads on this? So spreads are actually reasonable. We're like 3 cents at the moment. It is quite rangy on the spreads. They do widen. If this gets over the whole $1.14, it will break the VWAP. Then you look for the retest as support and then the move back up. Yeah, good day yesterday. Good day yesterday. So I had a 10K day yesterday. I finished $85 on the small account profit, and a 10K on the main account. So yeah, good day all right. So two days in a row, significantly over goal. I'll have a look at meds while we're getting rejected at 14. Yeah. Now we've got a halt level to the upside. Approaching that halt level to the upside, I don't like it. He owes me some money though. He owes me 3K. What's the spreads on it there? 20 cents. Break out at the 11.50 is the halt level. That's the problem. That's where what would be my entry is the $0.50 there. It just happens to be the halt level, so I'm not going to enter on a halt level. Halt level 11.49. Right, cheers Andy, thanks for that. So that's the target, $19 on route. 11.65. Okay, give that a go. Partial fill. Are you gonna come back and fill me? Oh yeah, there we go. Came back and caught me. Came back for me. Don't mind a pull back to the VWAP here. got devil horns all over the place on the 5 minute. Right, come on, take it with you. 15-cent spreads, don't like it. All the way over $11, back up to $11.50, retest it. Gotta say, this is not the gig if you're risk averse, for sure. You do not want to be a trader if you're risk averse. Looking for $11 now. There's $11 on the ask. Ah, yeah. Tumbleweed that you are. Terrible. How is that a terrible film? That was a good film, I did. Yeah. Well, I'll keep an eye on that. It's going to retest 14 shortly, so like I said, that inverse head and shoulders looking action there. Spreads are not being kind here, so the spreads are widening like 30 cents, but so the ask is staying within kind of 10 cents of where my average cost is, but the bid's dropping like 20-25 cents and then back up again, and it's most frustrating. You can't even average down because of that. See this back up at 11.50. Which way is this gonna go? It just doesn't seem to know. Yeah. Ask is still up at 10.50, well the bid's down at like 11.20s. That's at 10.20s. $12 is the halt level up, so we don't have to worry about the 11.50 halt level now. Yeah, so roots retesting that VWAP for another time. That's probably not the best time to add to a position. Oh, you idiot. Yeah, no, that's gonna halt on me. Let's halt. Let's get the move back up. Come on, do as you're told. I don't want you doing that way. This is not fun at all. I need to get out of this. Easy come, easy go, as they say. Yeah. What do I think of Met CB, Lisa? Ah, wow. This is, I think this was SPAC merger last week. This is halted again. Let me have a look at this. Why is this not on the scanners? I'll tell you why this is not on the scanners, because there's no volume. I would say extremely, extremely dangerous to trade this at the moment. Ramaco Resources. Look, I'll get that back. When that curls back up, I'll get that back. But it'll gap down first. So Ramaco Resources, no news on it. Not got any key data, and I think it's a SPAC merger from last Friday. But there's no volume. There's no volume on it. I mean, this is like 36, 38. This is a 2-minute chart. So why am I trading a 2-minute chart? All these blanks. That's the first little sign of volume into a halt. Hold on. Then gaps up into another halt, and then into another halt. So yeah, it's very dangerous to even think about trading that one. Should resume in about 2 minutes time. Whereas Meds will resume 9:03, so I'm glad I got out of that, because that's likely to resume at $9 gap down. $9 was the resistance previously. Here, we'll see. If it starts to curl back up, I might go back in, see if I can get it back. I don't think it was a tough day on the market. It's poor selection, poor trade selection has cost me on that one. So. Not only did I get in, I got in twice. It cost me twice, so it's just cost me 3,000 on both of those. So, look, I was over goal, and this is discipline for you, or lack thereof. You get green, then you protect that profit. Once you're green, you make sure you stay green. If you get to goal, trade what you finish trading and then get out, walk away. Otherwise, this is what happens. The market giveth and the market taketh away. So yeah, you've got to accept that that's the case. It depends, Dan. So it depends on the liquidity of the stock. So the size of my I'm averaging like kind of 2,500, 5,000 shares. So if you've got a low liquidity stock, yes, my orders, once they go on the system, will be visible to market makers. Are they going to be start hunting me? No, they're not at all. So get green, stay green. This is the way. This is the way. But look, too many people, the market makers are not looking for small fish. It's the whole conspiracy theory about market makers hunting liquidity and hunting stops. It's a lot of crap. You know, they do look for liquidity. There is liquidity grabs. The market makers will look for liquidity, but they're not hunting your stock. They're just not. They don't care about you. You know, you have to have some kind of real air of self-importance if you think the market makers give a flying fig about you at all, because they don't, quite frankly. VCIG, let's have a quick look. It's curling back up. Back over 7 might be of interest if the volume comes in. Without volume, no trade. Yeah, Ricardo, no. There's just, it's moving up steadily. It's 10% up on the day, but it's very choppy. I mean, every other candle is a different color. Red, it's on the 1 minute. It's red, it's green, it's red, it's green, it's red, it's green. It's choppy. And it's not showing any kind of momentum. So, Rovient Science is not for me. If you're in it, if you're trading it, good luck. It's just not for me. That's why there is a spread there, Andy. You're absolutely right. That's why there's a spread. That's why there is a difference, and even if it's only a microscopic difference, like a penny difference, high liquid stocks have narrower spreads because of the liquidity. That's where the market makers make the money, is the spreads. Well, it depends, Neith. So if you put a stop order in there, it hits the level 2. It adds a limit order. So you've got an order on the system there. That it should have an order on the system. It depends on the platform that you're using. If it's a direct access platform, the likelihood is that they will see that. But you can actually configure your system to, when you place orders, to actually hide it so that it doesn't actually hit the level 2. So if you've got an order waiting, whether it be buy or sell, it can be seen on. It usually can be seen on the level 2, but you can configure it so it's not shown. Vols, no, you don't. So there's two things. You get if you're using Dash Trader as a platform. It depends on your broker. If you use an interactive broker, which I think is what you're planning on doing, then you have to open an account and then subscribe through Dash to link that to your account. However, you can just subscribe to Dash Trader on its own, use the paper trading functionality, the simulator, learn the platform, and then when you're ready, have that transferred, move that across into and link it with your Dash Trade. You work with Dash Trader. If you subscribe to a month and you've got a month's subscription left with Dash Trader, they will move that across and give you credit for that if you then decide to go for the IBKR linkage or the IBKR and link it to your interactive or TD Ameritrade. If you're moving from, I don't know why you're looking at interactive. If you're looking for a better platform than Think or Swim, you're with TDA already. Why don't you just link your Dash Trader to TD Ameritrade? So you don't have to. You've already got an account. Why not just carry on using it? Just change the platform. Direct access, yeah, it's a direct access platform. That's the whole point. That's the acronym. It's direct access software. So it links it to your brokerage, but you're getting direct market access. It's exactly the same. So it's the same platform. If you go with TD Ameritrade, Dash Trader linked to TD Ameritrade, it's exactly the same performance as if you go with Dash Trader linked with capital markets, or Dash Trader linked with interactive brokers, or Dash Trader linked with whatever Speed Trader or whatever. It's not the brokerage that's providing the speed or the fills. It's the direct, because you direct to market. The brokerage is just facilitating that. Yeah, I saw that halted to the upside. So Meds is back at it. Approaching a fast downside. Yes, Loch Ness. At least if you do that with TDA, you take the TDA package on the Dash off the Dash Trader website. You can you can link it to your TDA, and you've still got, it's an either or. Then you can actually work with Thinkorswim or Dash Trader. If you don't like Dash Trader, you can still go back to, and you're not having to open a new account and load more money with it. It just makes sense. And if you don't like the customer support and customer service you're getting with TDA, then you look at moving away. So that's why we're getting a lot of selling off now. So the market, Powell's talking. Oh, he died. So Powell says we've identified banks that have a higher contrition of commercial real estate, working with them, and we're being pretty proactive about trying to help banks with commercial real estate concentrations. Huh? Says that we've had, yeah. That's why, and that lovely double top end pattern there, ready for another sell-off. Yeah, the markets, I'm not too, the technicals don't really, the pattern trading on technicals is probably not as prevalent as it would be with individual stocks. But Root gets above the VWAP, interested. Same thing with Root, with Locify. Above the VWAP could be interesting until it's there. The likelihood, the way it behaved today, it'll get rejected at 1450. It'll get rejected at the VWAP. If you look at this on the higher time frames, you can see this rejection at the VWAP underneath, rejection at the VWAP, rejection at the VWAP, rejection at the VWAP. So if I was a betting man, I'd say that this hits the VWAP, maybe breaks slightly, maybe gets slightly above it, but doesn't break it, and then pulls back and sells off again. Well, you won't see hidden orders on time and sales, Andy, because time and sales are orders that have gone through, so they're no longer hidden. But what you will do, you can see orders that go through, and the thing is there. So you'll see market orders on time and sales, but you won't see them on the level 2. Because people just lump in with the market order and it never hits the level 2. Hidden orders, they get executed and you don't see them on the level 2 before they get executed, but you'll see them on time and sales. So what you're saying is you can see orders going through that weren't on level 2. I understand that. So people who are using market orders or marketable orders rather than market orders, you don't usually see them on level 2. But you will see them on the time and sales, or you may see them on the time and sales. What you might do is you might not see the full order, because it gets broken up by market maker. So, for example, if you get a fill, if I put an order out for like 2,500 shares, and the market makers break it up into 5 orders of 500 shares each, you'll see the orders for 500 shares on the time and sales. You won't see the order for 2,500. And even if I get filled and it looks like I've got filled instantly, the market makers may have broken that up into multiple orders, even though I got filled instantly. So there's not necessarily a direct correlation between the order size that you put out yourself and what you see on the time and sales. Just putting that out there. Oh yeah, 100%, Ricardo. Thinkorswim's a great platform to learn on, but Dash Trader is a direct access, direct market. So the spreads are narrower, the fills are faster, the hotkeys are better. There's just a lot more functionality with a Dash Trader than there is with Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim's not a bad product. It's great to learn how to trade, but as you become an active day trader, you want a platform that's built for day traders, and that's what Dash Trader is. My opinion, not financial advice. Not a financial advisor, don't sue me. Yeah, this one retests the VWAP. Might be of interest, but again, the volume dying out now. So cheers, Trek said health. You've ruined my day. It's only 500 bucks. I'm having a red day overall at the moment, given that I've got more of a goal on the small account, 145 bucks. So we need 245 bucks just to break even. That doesn't include fees. That doesn't take into account fees and charges, etc. But I never do that. It's the top line numbers that are important to me. Fees and charges are after the fact. Oh, look, 15 more minutes, guys. I do limit orders, Ricardo, absolutely. If it's a particularly volatile stock, I might mark it into a trade or mark it out. If I'm doing stop orders, they're marketable, market orders. But if it's a particularly volatile stock or the spreads are particularly wild, I might use market orders during the regular session. Can't use market orders during out of hour sessions, either pre or post market. They just won't execute. You need limit orders. So I've got all my hotkeys and hot buttons and things set up so that I can trade out of hour sessions as well as the regular session. So they're all limit orders. And of course, if you're trading limit orders and you're not trading marketable orders, it helps. You can get rebates, or ECM rebates for adding liquidity to the market. But to be fair, most of my orders are marketable, so I'm taking liquidity out of the market now, and that's why my ECM fees tend to be so high. So when we were talking about Locify as it started to make its move up, and I said, look, it's probably going to get rejected at the VWAP. Look at that. Again, rejected at the VWAP again. So watching it, it needed to break the VWAP, but it's back above, get back above the VWAP. It's just VWAP fade. That's the strategy that was needed for this one today. All of the pre-market gappers pretty much below the VWAP now. All of the early movers, a lot of selling going on right now. So we'll see. I don't mind if like 500 bucks is it's not a big deal when you've got an account my size. It's a big deal if that was on the small account, but small account is profitable. So ECN fees. So you've got a whole bunch of. I was just talking about root. No, I was talking about Locify, VWAP fade. So Ricardo, ECN fees, it's just one of the bunch of fees, probably one of the more expensive fees alongside commissions that you're going to be faced with as a trader. So you got your commissions that your broker charges, where the broker makes the money. You've got ECN fees, you've got FINRA fees, which are regulatory fees, and you've got SEC fees. Now, FINRA and SEC fees are very small, so they're kind of negligible, but ECN fees can stack up. It's if you're trading larger size, they're not a big thing with smaller size, but if you're trading larger size, like shares in the thousands, because it's a fee per share, they do add up. So just be wary of the fees and charges. It's more than just commissions. You've got ECN fees, FINRA fees, and SEC fees on top of your commissions as well. Locify, break the VWAP, get over $15. I mean, let's look at this. It's a 30-cent spread, so it needs to get over $15 just to be over the VWAP on the bid. So that's Locify. Root, very similar in terms of since the open, it's been trading below the VWAP all the time. Yeah, so once you get once the VWAP starts to plateau and turn south, it's difficult to make it back. And meds trying to make a move back up. This gets above the VWAP, a bit of volume, a nice bit of volume came in there for the break of $9. It's up to 920. Okay. Make it. It's all on. It's YouTube. It's off the YouTube playlist, so you can download the tracks directly off YouTube. There, Neath. No, if the level 2 is not moving, then what you'll find is that the price action isn't moving, but you'll find time sales, it can still be going through. So it's not necessarily hidden orders. It could be people going in with. So if I press, if I send a limit order, but it's on the bid plus 5 cents, to buy on the bid plus 5 cents, that's a limit order, but I will get filled. So it's a marketable order. That will never see the level 2. So it's a marketable order. Or if I go in with a market order, then that will get filled and it will never see level 2. It will hit the time and sales. Same way as if it's moving down and you get stopped out, or it's moving up if you're short and you get stopped out. It hits your stop and fills your stop loss. That stop loss, depending on how you've set it up, it might not hit the level 2. So if it could be hidden, that could be one of those hidden orders you're talking about, but that will hit the time and sales. I don't think there's much Eric, I honestly don't know. What are the symbols? So meds, I'm looking at meds, MEDS. You can't see it because of the price action there. Is the candles are filling that up. The symbol there is meds that I've been looking at there. If I was looking at root, for example, the symbol's there in front of you, root. When I was talking about Locify, symbol there is LCFY. Have a look on the screen. If you can't see it, let me know. So what's the symbol on the ticker on the screen? But usually I've got this on there on purpose, more for you guys than for me, because I know what I'm trading. It's on my level 2. June's been a tough month, Dan. It has. I will go as far as to say that right now I'm 47,000 on June, so I'm profitable. It's a good month by all. You know, I mean that's an annual salary for the average industrial wage, the average industrial person. That's an average annual salary for June. But if I go back and look at the previous 3 months, I had 3 phenomenal months. So it's a bit of an anticlimax. Still a good month. I'm currently tracking about half of goal for the month, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm behind goal for the month. It's been tough, been choppy. First week or two was difficult. Had a big drawdown. Had to recover from. Then just as I got out of drawdown, I had another big drawdown. So yeah, June's been choppy, but it's a bit of an anticlimax compared to the previous 3 months. And this is something you need to get your head away from: is that you can have a green patch, a purple patch, if you will, and it doesn't last. What did Tom Hanks did on that the thing? It too shall pass. Was it Tom Hanks or was it someone else? I think it was Tom Hanks. And it's like, whatever you're going through, good or bad, it too shall pass. So trading is no different. You have a purple patch, a green streak, it too shall pass, and then you'll hit a bit of a rough streak. But then when you're in the rough streak and you're in drawdown, it too shall pass. So, you know, that's a great little motto and a mantra to have as well, is that it too shall pass. Oh, I'm ahead of goal for the year, Dan. I'm way ahead of goal for the year. I'm expecting next month. Well, next month probably I won't be trading as much next month because I've got a lot more things that I'm dealing with. But by the end of August, I'll probably be at goal. Tracking the way I'm tracking, I'm about 3 months ahead of goal. So I probably will finish the year at goal in September. So yeah, it's a good position to be in for sure. Well, to be fair, nothing moving now. XCLB, calm before the storm. No volume on it, but that's moving up. Another one moving up with no volume. This is the what we've got now. All the volume's just dropped out of the market. PDS Biotech, very low volume. This candle's the first candle. It's you know. Let's see. There's still plenty could happen. I mean, Root yesterday was pretty much at the death. The last kind of 30 minutes of the market, and that. Let's go back to Root for yesterday. I'll show you this. Let's see it for yesterday. I'll need to put it on the 2-minute chart. That's the downside I've got with Dash Trader. The charts are not great. So Roots was down there, kind of 5. Look at that. It was doing nothing, and then it popped up, went, and then halted into the open. Oh, sorry, into the close. And then it was like 100% gap up. So I traded this as this moved up to like 1450, pulled back. I got in for the break of 13 on the move back up and managed to make about 1,500 bucks or whatever it was there. So that was Root. So it only takes one stop, and that can move at any time during the day. In a couple of weeks' time, Dan. Yeah, but there's no volume on it. You can't. How can you trade that? I mean, this is the biggest volume candle, and it's just gone up into another hold on less than 10,000 shares. 10,500 shares. So there's only 30,000 shares been traded today on this. So you can't trade that. This reminds me of HKD from last year. It went from kind of $12 up to like $2,500 in 2 days on less than a couple of million shares. Just very dodgy. We've got a nice little W pattern here. So we're looking again at the break of $7 for the confirmation. So the high of this swing high is $6.95, but you don't want to be caught out on the $7 whole dollar resistance. But nice little kind of double bottom there for break of $7, and then you probably get retest of the highs up at kind of $7.60, $7.75. Trading View. Does it integrate with Trading View? I don't think so. So Dash Trader is a platform, and it's a trading platform. Trading View is a charting platform. They're two very different things. Some people like to try trading on Trading View. I'm telling you, you're going to lose money. Trade on Trading View, you're going to lose money. It's a charting platform. Trade, you can swing trade with it by all means. If your brokerage will link to trading, you can swing trade and you can invest with Trading View, not a problem. But if you want a day trade, you need a day trading platform. Trading View is not that. Trading View is a charting platform. Actually, we've not had any crop shots, and she's passed out at the moment. So therein is the guest of honor. Yeah, you're waiting for your treat. Yeah. Go on then, we'll give you a treat. Do you want this? Come on, you've got to stand up for it. There you go. Good girl. Enjoy. Hey, Srujan, you're very welcome, along with everybody else. Just fed the pupper. There you go, Calvus. That level of volume is shocking. All right, it's the top of the hour. I need the bathroom, so I'm going to. You've come at the wrong time, Srujan. I'm just about to leave it. Actually, Meds is still halted, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. We've got kind of a double bottom there as well. So resistance level 925. Let's draw a nice little horizontal on this so I can watch this for later. That's key level. Support there, resistance here and here. So if it gets over 925, it'll be of interest. BCIG, draw a little horizontal level here, $7, $6.95 really, but $7 key level, $6.95. Funnily enough, support, resistance. So over that level could be of interest. Root done for the day, it looks like. Locify, U-Power, Inpixon, Shift Pixie, Soundhound moving up. Soundhound, nice. 20-cent move there. Not hugely volatile, but it's nice move. What, 50 cents from the low of the day? I'm not giving signals or alerts, Srujan, and the reason for that is simply because there is latency on the stream. So if I'm taking a position, then you're seeing it after I've taken it. That's all I'm saying. Now we're back over the VWAP. If we can hold over the VWAP, retest $7. Yeah, but that's just a test. That's just a test ticker, Calvus. It does come off your balance though, and then gets refunded at the end. So just be wary of that. If you take a trade on the test ticker, then it will come off your balance. If it's a losing trade, it will come off your balance, and it could impact your buying power, and it'll get obviously put back in at the end of the day. So not that you can, I mean, let's face it, it's usually barcoding anyway. It's just usually for yeah, it's just barcoding anyway. So this is the so wondering what this is. This is not something I'm recommending on trading. This is just the NASDAQ test ticker. So basically, you can take if you're configuring your system and you don't have a dummy account or a paper trading account simulator on the platform you're using, you can come to this ticker and it's a test ticker. You won't get charged for trading it, but it's pretty useless basically. Truth be known. penny spreads on it or whatever it is. Now, where was we? BCIG coming up for that double bottom. Right, okay, no problem. I really should end the stream here and come back later because I really need the bathroom. So I'm gonna lock it up while we're waiting for VCIG to test $7. Test $7, I'm interested, but I need it in good volume. No volume, no trade. Remember that, guys. And this time, I'm confident with the right move, we'll get back green again and back to gold. So we've been over gold twice today, and no, actually just the once. We're at gold to start off with Root and VCIG. And then we traded meds twice, 2 entries on meds, and we lost both times. So not ideal, but what are you going to do? It happens at times. Hang on a minute. Are we getting some? Is it waking up? We'll get 100,000 shares here for the break of $7. Not taking 100,000 shares. I make 100,000 shares of volume. Not me 100,000 shares. Spreads not bad. I get filled. Give me a fill. Well, that gets us green on the day. Put a trailing stop in place. 20 cents. It's 23 on the ATR, but this candle, look, I told you. I'm not saying I'm the best trader on the platform on YouTube, live trader on YouTube, but I told you, double bottom, breakout at 7. There you go. Good 60-cent move there and climbing. Oh, nice. We do like this. Thank you very much, Tony. I hope you all caught that. I was at goal, Alistair, and then I gave it all back. We'll have a chance to... Oh, there you go. So, I'm 2K up. It's a green day. I could have got greedy then. And so it's broke new high of the day. Now we're looking for another entry. See you there, mate. I could have got to goal on this one alone today. Pulling back, quite volatile. So it went up to 784, and I got filled. Yeah, so I got a bit of slippage on that. It was a 20-cent trailing stop. I lost 27 cents. I've got a 7-cent slippage ish. It made 50 cents on it though. I'd like to see this over $8. Move back up, retest those highs. Volume all came in. That one candle, it broke $7. All the volume came in. So what you're looking at here is this double bottom breakout there at kind of 6.95. I waited for the confirmation at $7. You saw the volume come in as it started to get a bit volatile there, and then Nice breakout that was. That's textbook double bottom breakout. All the way back up to the higher day and then the new higher day. So now I'm looking for a potential curl back up over the $0.50 to test $8. Another $0.50 move. So you get these support and resistance areas or supply and demand zones. So what you find is people are taking short positions. They're putting the stops at the whole dollar rather than at 6.95 or whatever. Putting the stops at the whole dollar. People are buying in. They're getting buy orders ready at the whole dollar. So when you're getting a thickly traded stock, a nice liquid stock, psychological levels, quarter, half, and whole dollars are psychological levels. But then you get the breakthrough of those key levels, and it comes with a volume pump, and that's why it motors. It's an increase in volume again for the break of the $0.50. Got into the new high, but then that's a bit of a fake out. So now I'm looking for the break of the $0.50 to retest, retest the highs. So I still need a new high. I don't like holding free consolidation. You don't fake me out like that. It's not cricket. Got 27 cents average through range. You've got spreads of like 5 cents. So you're looking at about 30-35% risk on this at the very least. Struggling with the $0.50 at the minute, so piling under the $0.50. I'll wait for it to break. On the 2-minute chart, I got 2 higher highs and I entered on both of them. I really need the bathroom. Someone go to the bathroom for me. Maybe I should get a commode and sit at the desk here while I'm trading with on a commode. That little bucket underneath it, like an old man. I am an old man. Fat guy on the internet. Fat old man on the internet. That's me. Exactly. Give me some bullish volume, guys. Come on, market. Don't make me take the lightsaber to you. In your own time, VCIG. Let's get back up there to test the $8 level. This flag's going on a bit too long. Too many upwicks though. Very choppy sideways, this one. At the moment, since that spike. See it back up at 760 will be nice. Next 2-minute high, I think. Next 5-minute high even. What's the high on this one? 740. It's 5-minute candle. Bit of a flat bottom here on the 5-minute, looks like. Don't like the look of that. Descending wedge into a flat bottom. That is usually bearish. A bit more volume on this candle, but it's not going upwards. Previous resistance, previous resistance now, I need it to be support, otherwise we're back where we started. Well, that's trading for your quality. That's trading up and down like a bride's nightgown, a new bride's nightgown. That's trading. Easy come, easy go, and you've got to have that mentality. You've got to recognise that not every trade's going to go your way. And also, when you get to goal, walk away, because the longer you stay, the higher the risk of it going against you. If I was on TradingView here, I have little magnets or something on the, like Matt Cores used to do, trying to drag the stock up. It could still break to the upside, but the likelihood is I'll get stopped out before it does. You've got to draw your line in the sand. Now, ideally, I should have got out to the kind of 750. I was actually just looking at when it flushed down here. I was actually just looking at what the low here was, which was 710, which is I was just going about to put my stop in there below this low, but then I put the stop in there, which is like 10 cents below it, so it's 705 when I popped it. So oh, it's bloody Powell's still talking or testifying. He needs to know when to shut up. He is the anti-bull. I think the thing with day trading is when stocks don't, when trades don't go your way, it's easy to get stressed about it, and that's the worst thing you can do, because that triggers emotional trading. And when you start trading on emotion, you're less likely to make rational decisions, and you're less likely to stick to your strategy as well. And if you've got a profitable strategy, you need to stick to it. So being disciplined is one of the key measures. So getting out when you get to goal is one of the key things. Yeah, this looks like it's going to break down now. I spotted that a little while ago when it was flat bottoming. Descending wedge into a flat bottom is usually bearish. And that's what it was on the 5 minute. I'm giving it the breathing room it needs. Bounce on the whole dollar and move back up to the half dollar, etc. We'll get back up to kind of 730. It might start being bullish again. That's 715. Not like the level 2 stacked either, because it isn't. This is more of a sporadic trading momentum. It's not institutional trading. You tend to find when it's institutional trading that the level 2 is always stacked. Yeah, I'm gonna get out after this stream because I really need the bathroom, Alistair. And I'm not the only one. This little fat nugget here needs the bathroom as well. So I need a new 5 minute high. Current high on the 5 minute is 740, so I need a new 5 minute high. High the last 5 minute was here. downwards since then. The upwicks are not great. That big upwick was not great, but I should have just left it there. Once I got green, $2,000 is not a bad day. I left it at that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Not a lot else moving though, so I'll stick around till I'll finish trading this. $7.20 is the previous 5-minute candle high. We've not had a single 5-minute candle break a new high since that pump. That's what we're needing. We're looking for the next 5-minute candle to make a new high, which is now 7.20 or above 7.20. Yeah, the volume's, I wouldn't say it's low volume, but the volume's dried up a little bit. I mean, we've still got 30,000 shares on this candle, 33,000, 34,000 shares on this candle. So it's not exactly low volume, but it's lower. Certainly not 300,000 shares or 400,000 shares that it was on the initial spike. So these two candles here, like 400,000 shares a minute. Breaking lows on the 1 minute, which is not very bullish at all. Here we go. Stopped out. No, not yet. Surprise. Surprise, surprise. Alright, do we get the breakout now? Go back up, maybe. No. So made a new high on the 5-minute. Just briefly. This 5-minute candle is now 7.25. So now we want to see it start to curl back up. $7.30, 32. $34. 36, 38. Rejected at 40, which was the previous 5-minute candle. So we need to break over the $0.50. Could be interesting. If it does break over the $0.50, could be interesting. Otherwise, look, it is what it is. Got a resistance at 740 a few minutes, 10 minutes ago. This breaks above 750, you'll see it move up to 770. But it's struggling at 740, which was the 5-minute candle here, 740. So now we're getting a bit of a resistance level there. Let's see. 740 there. After that, why would I move my stop up? Get stopped out and lose money? I'll let the trade play out. It pulls all the way back down and stops me out. That's the way it's going to do it. .net. It's probably going to pull back to kind of 710 before it breaks 750. If it breaks 750, it's not guarantees that it will. You've got the spreads as well, so spreads currently not too bad. They're like 5, 6 cents. The average true range now is down to 17 cents. It depends. I've tried using I have tried using a VPN in the past, but not been able to get data through Dash Trader. So you got to, if you're going to use a VPN, you've got to configure the ports correctly so that Dash Trader can work. Otherwise, it just won't work. But data that I'm actually sending through, if I'm trading, it's not really that it's not really that sensitive. Either which way, regardless of what happens with this trade, risk reward this month has been terrible for me, and that's a discipline thing that you need to get right. If you're risking more than your reward is, then you're never going to be profitable. There you go. There's a stop. So we're 2k down. Right. Okay. Again. You do you. So I'm gonna lock it up. I'm gonna finish here. I'll be back. I just need to use the bathroom, like I've been saying for the last 10 minutes. I'll take the dog for a walk, and if we get that break of 7:40, I'll be back in this, and I will see you guys tomorrow. An hour before the market opens. So take it easy, take care, brush your hair, or whatever that guy says, and I'll see you then. Okay, guys. Really need the bathroom.